Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A give running right is Armstead. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go, Sam. Let's go.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A quick throw complete to Chark. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A run here with Armstead. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Quick pass to the outside, caught by Conley. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Second year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, you know, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. So now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A pass complete here to Conley. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Preston Brown there to knock that one away. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. He put quite a bit of air. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So we've come to halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spots to the road to the Super Bowl. It runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out and being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Armstead. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll drop the throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47.